What is going on, you beautiful people? It is Bad Kit 1234 or Noobershnoober. And now you might have two questions. First of all, how are you so rich? Second of all, why are you so sexy? And I'll be answering both of these questions after I complete two different trades that are pending right now. So, we just made the trades, and all of a sudden, I'm just slightly richer. Answering the first question, obviously, that is what this whole video is about. Oh my goodness, and I got another trade. We're just gonna pretend like the amount of money that I just got is gonna come out of nowhere, and boom! Look at that. And yeah, to further explain now the second question, it's because I was born this way. And to explain how qualified I am before we even continue, I'm just going to go ahead and show you that it's not just 1.3 million that I have right now. It's obviously this and a whole bunch of different items that add up to over 2 million. How many days did I get this? I got this in 5 days. So, enough talk, let's get showing to how you do this in the first place. Go to your web browser and search up traderie.com. So that is TRADERIE.com. Boom. I'm not even sponsored by them. They're just the site that I use for trading. And you would go to the Royale High section. This website is so easy to navigate, but the problem lies in its features. I will explain the problems of this site and the benefits of this site as compared to just trading in the normal game. So here's how you make a profit, and I'm going to use one of my things as an example. Right here we have the opposites attract transformation dress and Bodis. I don't even know how to say that name. But you just saw that I was selling it for 42,000 and I am buying it for 33,000. So let's just use this particular one as an example. You would never, ever, ever use the average value as a good price. This is just a mark where it's kind of around. What you always want to do is go into recent trades and see exactly how much that it's selling for at its highest, and then see how much it's selling for at its lowest. The highest it's sold for right here is 45,000, and it seems like the lowest so far being sold is 35,000, meaning the person who bought this at 35,000 and the person who sold it at 45,000 would get a 10,000 profit. An even better example is the Halos, because they sell for differences massively. Apparently some dude sold his for 880,000, while some dude bought his for 835,000 right here. Even better yet, somebody bought it for 800,000. So, if you bought it for 800,000 and then sold it for 880, obviously that is an 80,000 diamond profit. But obviously, you're not here because you're rich. You're either here because you're broke or because you love Noobershnoober. So in both categories, let me show you what you can do if you're broke and you're just trying to trade up just from random items. A big thing to consider is the fact that you have to have no sentimental value to anything if you're going to make it big like I have. And usually the best items for low costing values are shoes. So if you're just broke, you would just sort it out from low to high. And let's just use the glittering jelly platforms as an example and do exactly what we did before. Somebody bought it at 4,000, someone selling it for 5,000. And this is exactly how you make your profits. You're just reselling the items. So now that you know how to make a profit, let's get into how technically you can make these profits from this. Like I said, consider the highest value it's sold for and the lowest value it's sold for. So we can see right here that the lowest value is 2.6 thousand. So I believe that it's safe to say you could definitely buy this for 3,000 and then sell it for 5,000. And it goes without saying, the more money you have, the more money you'll make. And it gets as simple as that, because now you can buy different items like this cherry blossom Geta sandals. You can be selling two different things at once, which is exactly what I'm doing. I'm selling multiple things at once. So you might be wondering to yourself, well, that's just one way of doing it. Now, my favorite way of doing this, because not only does it help your accounts in reviews, but also in profits, is buying sets. Sets always, or I guess not always, you're gonna have to check yourself, they usually will come out with a great profit. So let's look at something that's under 100,000, like the Goth Lolita set, and look at the highest value that it's selling for, 80,000. Look at the lowest value it's selling for, typically around 70,000. This one sold for 65. And we have all the items inside here and see exactly how much you would get from buying the sets compared to just selling them individually. Alright, we've crunched out the numbers, and in my estimation, sorry, my professional estimation, I actually can't give out legal advice for trading, but I'm gonna do it anyways. It amounts to 88,000. So buying this for 70,000, like this person did right here, he would get an 18,000 diamond profit. And I'm gonna have one last option for buying, and this wouldn't be a Royal High trading video without incorporating the trading hub. You can go ahead and see all these different people here, and they serve as an awesome example to what a typical trading hub lobby looks like. This person has look at journal to see what I'm buying. This right here is an awesome example because it incorporates the DD, WW, all those different stuff, and it includes all the different things that they're trading. Obviously, some people will have selling. It's just whatever they want. This is an awesome example because this is exactly what they have to trade. Not only that, but this incorporates the different letters. You'll usually see letters together like DD and WW, and how you know what they're talking about is the website is super good at this. Go into sets and then search for DD, Dear Dolly. It's going to be the exact same thing with WW, Whimsy Witch. So if you really wanted to, you can go inside your diary and then create yourself all the different things that you wanted to buy, like buying doll sets. It's a completely fair thing to say that as you do this, you'll learn what you can make a profit on, and you'll learn what you can't make a profit on. It is a trial and error process, but remember this. This is a market. It is a dog-eat-dog thing, which means that the first person who gets the steak gets to eat. I know it's a cringe analogy, but it's absolutely true. In order to be the person who's getting the best trades, you have to be getting yourself out there in all the different ways that you can. There's one last option for buying things, and that's just going around just trading people and just offering like something like 10,000 and just saying, oh hey, well, do you have anything for 10,000? And then obviously you would use the website to use as reference to see whether or not that is a great or awful deal. I forgot how to show you how you buy things on this website real quick. Like, let's just use these Goth Elite sleeves as an example. We look at this right here, we see how high it's selling for, see how low it's selling for, and I've come to the conclusion that it's going to be about 22k. So go into the looking for section, and then add listing, make sure it's in the looking for section, because obviously you can trade it between, and then put in 22,000. Or let's just say that you don't have 22,000 and you just want to trade a singular item, like let's just say opposites attract boots. There you go, and now you can make this trade. So now that we know how to buy things, let's get on to how to sell them. Using the website once again, and especially the December's Dream shoes, we're going to go look around. We're going to see that it's sold for 24,000. It's been bought for 30,000. We can make a general estimation that it will definitely be bought for 28,000 at the very least. You could try to sell it for 30,000 as it has done before and as it's averaging around, but 28,000 would be sold much more frequently. And that's just how you get into the mindset of a trader. So as a reminder, trading is for selling your items, looking for is for buying somebody else's items. I forgot to mention, you could just do this where you go into the diamond section, and when you're going into trading, this is how much diamonds you're having, and you're offering for like anything non-specific. This is why you'll see a whole bunch of people like make an offer, because they basically have 2.4 million and they want to buy something and they just don't know what to buy with it. Same exact thing if you're just trying to sell something random. You would go to the looking for, and then you would sell your item, and then you would put the item that you are selling, and then people could just go in that tab and then offer for the item that you are selling. So it's just the reverse of how it normally is, because when you're going into buying, you are saying that you have the diamonds and you're looking for items, and then when you're going into looking for, you are offering something that you have for a specific amount of diamonds. Like I said, this is only reversed for diamonds, and I'm not saying that's how it normally is usually. I'm just going to use an example of what I would sell. Like, I guess we could do the Darling Valentina Lollipop Heels. Once again, always be sure to look at the recent trades. It's a market. Prices change all the time. And just looking at this, it's not exactly fluid, so it's not the best thing to trade for if you're going to trade for it. But we look at the average price that it's going to be around. Let's just say that we want to sell this for 20,000. Go to looking for, because remember, this is the people who are buying them. And the people who have make an offer on their list are just asking you to set a price to which they will buy the item at. Same exact thing when it comes to trading. This person right here is selling their Darling Valentina Lollipop Heels, and they want to buy it, and they probably just don't know what they want to buy it for, or they want to receive item trades for it. If you want to be super aggressive about selling your item, go inside the trading hub and then just say what you're selling. Like the Darling Valentina Lollipop Heels, we already have a price that we want to sell it for, so just say selling a Darling Valentina Lollipop Heels for, what would we say again? I think we're just going to try to sell it for 20,000. Boom. And I doubt this really works because it's really inefficient, but you can also put it inside your diary. I honestly just think that putting what you're buying is a lot better, because if you really wanted to get it sold, it's just better to use the website. Alright, now that you know how to do it, let's get into the specifics of what you can do to maximize your trading efficiency. As we go to my account right here, I wouldn't use this as a reference unless you're rich or unless you just want to see how much I'm buying it for. You can check the description for my profile and just look at all the different things that I'm buying for. By the way, it's absolutely every single one of them, because this is the best tip. I am absolutely offering for anything and everything, which gets me a whole bunch of trades, and it kind of wakes me up at night from the amount of notifications. But obviously it works. If you want to maximize buying items, you would relist them every probably like hour and a half. As a general way of selling your items, it is better to relist them every probably hour or so. I would relist them faster if I barely had any items in the first place. In fact, in 22 minutes, I will show you the power of relisting all your items, aka you're going to get a whole bunch of trade requests if you did your prices right. Aka if you weren't too greedy and you're just trying to underbuy everything. Alright, it's been more than 25 minutes or however many minutes later. I am now ready to relist my items. Now I'm going to bring out my timer, and I'm going to, I'm just going to set the time for 30 minutes, or sorry, I'm just going to go until 30 minutes have passed. And once it has, I'm going to stop it and see how many trades we have. So, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, there we go. 30 minutes have passed. As we can see here, we have one chat request, which definitely means that they're trying to sell me their item. They're just seeing if I'm still interested. We have the person who made this offer right here. Wait a second, someone just offered again. There we go, just refresh this. So, I guess we technically just have one, this person canceled, and then did it again. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't know if we count this one a part of the whole grouping, but if we do, we had 8 trades in 30 minutes, and we didn't even do anything other than just relist our items. This is a couple of days later, and this goes without saying, but in order to maximize your diamond intake, you have to focus on what your diamond count is at. Right now, it's on the lower end, so I should be selling my items more. If I reach like near the maximum peak of my diamonds, I should be buying more. If you're sitting comfortably with the amount of diamonds you have, you're doing it wrong. You should never, ever, ever be comfortable with the amount of diamonds that you have. You should be putting them into items that you're going to make a profit from. Like, look at this. This is way too many items. I should be selling them. For some of you, almost 700,000 is going to be a high number. So I'm just going to look at my wish list real quick to see what kind of items I am buying. I see this thing right here now. I am trying to buy it for 140,000. So I'm going to offer that to this person right here. Alright, there is one last tip that I have, and then we're done. And that is being able to haggle people. You'll mostly be able to do this inside of the trading hub rather than on the website, because people are very uncertain about values when it comes to inside the trading hub. On the website, you know exactly what you're trading for a lot of the time, and if you don't agree with something, you don't have to go with it. This is a clear-cut example of how to haggle, and it's on the lower end of the scale. I've done better. I've tracked away 15,000 from people before, from what they were originally selling. But in this case, this girl only had 20,500, so I was just like, absolutely, you can add items onto this. But whenever I'm dealing with item trades, I always want to have more to sell with than the original price that I'm asking for, because realistically I could sell it for the price that they're trying to like demonstrate it to me as. But I always love getting extra value, so I asked for an extra item and she went along with it. So just like that, instead of getting 42,000, I got 46,000. And you just do this, rinse and repeat, and profit ensues. So get yourself out there, get trading, and remember, I will see 2 lilacs on an island of graders. Peace!